Moin moin and hello, welcome back to Motortown. My name is Dan and we are standing in a tuning garage at the port in Jeju, which is making a lot of noise here. It's that thing over there, the container moving cranes are making some noise, which is fine. You're probably not going to hear this. I'm probably going to mute this. We are going to turn this Vista into a drag car. I will list all the mods. You will need mods for this. I will list all the mods that you need in the description. So please check the description and then you can continue and we can continue doing what we're doing in what is written in the title. How to turn this into a drag car. I wanted to use an American muscle, but we already have one and I already made a video with it. So I thought maybe how about a Vista? I did one yesterday privately and it looked pretty nice. And it kind of drove okay. It needed a bit of tuning, and what better place to do this than here on the harbor. We are right here. We have like a long piece of way in front of us here, and in this direction we have water. So, you know, we're probably gonna end up in the water. I also have a little bit of a truck standing here that we will maybe see in another video. That's for another time. It's 4-wheel drive. It has 1000-something horsepower, so it's going crazy. And we are going to start doing what we're here for to do. Yes, I have to turn my dude over there to look into the camera. So we turn on the HUD, we sit ourselves into the car, and then we are going to start working on it. We're turning it off. That's because I don't wanna... I will mute the beeping. Hopefully you don't hear it. I will mute the beeping in the background. So let's get to doing things. If you installed all the mods that I named in the description, the 2 or 3, I think 2 of them are technically conflicting with each other, which is fine. They still work. The only thing that does not work from QZap's mod is the engines. You won't see the engines here, which is completely fine. Because I, hands down, hand to heart, I don't like the sound of them. They're okay. If you want to use them, you need to use the compatibility mod from Tehir's mod, I think it was. So yeah, let's get to it. Lots of talk, lots of walk, nothing else to do but to get to it. What front bumper do we want? We can choose many front bumpers. Sadly, not all of them fit. I wish they had an automatic mesh system that fits the bumpers to the car. That would be genius and would enable us to do many of builds. That doesn't look too bad. Kinda pokes through in the front there a little bit, where we don't need more weight in the front. We have this too far back. I think we're going with one that fits to the car technically, no? We want one maybe that is coming with the car. My deal is, if you installed QZap's bumpers more tuning mod, you can go all the way down here. I'm doing this with a controller, so that's gonna take a moment. And then you can install the carbon bumpers, which this will do is it will just make the car lighter overall. And I'm going to, I thought maybe this. It's a little bit over the top. I don't like the mesh over the headlights. I wish that wasn't there. That would look so much better without the mesh. So we're going to take this front bumper, the classic. I hope you don't hear the beeping. I mean, I know you won't hear the beeping, but still. Okay, I'm gonna do something cheeky, and that is we're going to install this front splitter. You don't see it, which is completely fine. You don't need to see it. You can remove the bonnet if you feel like it. I will not remove the bonnet. I will maybe even use this one because we are going later to the shop to buy some attachments that you already have installed if you did what I said with the mod in the description. So now round fender wheels or square ones. The square ones don't line up so good, so I'm gonna go with the round ones. Kind of looks nicer and cleaner in the end. Side skirts, we want definitely some side skirts. They don't have to line perfectly, IMO, that's just my personal opinion. You could use these. They give a little bit more of a thicker look, I think, or you can go with these. I think I'm gonna go with these for now. We might switch that later on. I know they don't line up perfectly. That is completely fine. Not sure if I want to have a rear bumper. Most of them just add aero or are looking too chunky in my opinion. What we maybe add is something like more hidden, like this part here or this. But this you can see it is touching the wheels. This is technically also touching the wheels, but depending on the cart wheels, if we use the cart wheels later, and the wheels also will be pushed out, but it's kind of in the diff also. What I would suggest is we're gonna go without a rear bumper. Install that, and then yeah, nothing lines up really, so I'm gonna leave it as is. So, and you can cheat here now, like technically big time, right? we could install the Photon rear wing. We're just gonna try it out. I've never done this, by the way. I usually just left them as is. Problem is, we don't have a really a drag wing in the game. We have these, so maybe this actually can replace the drag wing, what we just put into our trunk. Yeah, you can install something like that if you want, but it doesn't line up. You see, like it's too high, and all the others kind of don't fit to the look that I'm going for. So I'm gonna install the small one. We have technically a rear wing install. Don't forget that. So roof, not much there. It's just like, you know, tuk-tuk roof for vehicles. Then we also have this in there for the MX-5 version of the car, and that's about it. Headlights you can install, but they don't do anything. They don't poke through. What I usually do is I install the front bull bar. It adds 50 kilos to the front, I know, but it also reduces frontal damage, because sometimes I use the cars to drive around like a crazy person, you know, and then, you know, there goes, you know. Yeah, lots of damage, so let's not talk about this. Wheels, important. Cart wheels in the back, ×2, not in the front. Why did it? I cannot uninstall it now. Why? You see it? I can't uninstall it. Oh, well, we have one. One front wheel is a cart wheel. So then you can choose which front wheel you want. In my opinion, the most classic drag rim is the Dory GT. It's literally the most classic looking drag rim because of the thin tires, right? Oh man, sorry for the camera. Right, for the thin tires there. I'm gonna leave my camera there for a second. And then we have a tire. You're gonna go down here. This will cost much more money for you than 5K, and it also will have much less grip. I added so much grip to it because I think it is more realistic if you're on a drag strip, right? We're not on a drag strip. We're on pavement. Technically, I think the original is okay in terms of grip when you're on pavement, but I kind of like them to grip a bit more, and it's an added mod. So I will not share that. I will share the original. So you have a little bit less grip than I do. Too far, too big of a spread for the tire. I kind of want them tucked on the back a little bit, so we are not going for the perfect lineup like this, something like that, right? I want to lower the back of the car a little bit and have them a little bit tucked, maybe. Let's go with 100 ×2, and then the front needs to be different. No, we don't. Yeah, the front. I want the front to technically. Wait, let me have a look. I want to try the front. Does it need to line up? I don't know how you do it in real life. Would you line it up with the back? Probably not, right? Like it doesn't matter that much. I don't know if you need them aligned to each other. You know what I mean? Like, so, nah, it technically needs to go much more in, right? Like, technically somewhere here, try the 35. It will look not super pretty, right? The front will not look insanely cool or something, like perfectly lined up. It's supposed to be a drag car, so, you know, that's where I'm at. So right height comes the interesting part. You need to scroll down. Car does a little jump there if you didn't do the thingies already. I don't know if I want to tuck the back fully or leave it a little bit like this. Let's try the back like that, and then we will I think I will leave the front like this. Have a look. You need to think, when you brake, your front is gonna dip into the ground. So I'm gonna try 4. I want a little bit of a slant. Yeah, just like that. That looks nice. If the tires go into the chassis here, it doesn't matter. It's all good. Like, no, there's no wheel rub or something like this. You will not damage your tire. And then on the front, I want 300 strands of spring. And on the back, I would like to see with how low we can get away. Maybe we try 150. Ours could be a bit heavy on the back, so it might be not be perfect. Then we want dampness. What I want to is I want the front to come back really quick, and I want the back even quicker to come back, because the back is going to dip once we hook and get out of the way. I'm gonna try with 700. Might even go higher. Might even go to the 800-900. And then we will see. Anti-roll. Yeah, we definitely don't want to roll side to side. It's a drag car. We have no interest of going anywhere on the side. I'm using the 200. I have not tried the higher versions that are available to us here. So yeah, I'm really bad at explaining things. So if you're a little bit confused, I'm sorry about that. Forget what I said. I usually go with a very high brake force, 400, and you just take the best brakes here. Let's just just a common sense option, right? Ching, ching, ching. There we go. Money gone. Like I said, 400, 500, 300. One of these you definitely want because you need to break. You have no space otherwise. Otherwise you go into, in this case, the ocean. We start with the engine and then we go piece by piece what we want to do. I wish there was an inline 6, obviously, for obvious reasons. Maybe a 2JZ. I know QZap has them in their mod, in his mod. So if you want engines like this, like I said, not my favorite sounding engines. So I will probably opt for maybe a flat 6. Sounds crazy. It sounds crazy in the game. It is actually not bad. So we're gonna go with a... What happened here? What was that? It actually sounds really good. So we're gonna go with a flat 6. Coolant. We want the highest performance radiator. We need it. That's why I bought the bull bar. 50 front damage and the bull bar reduces that to 0 essentially, right? Like it evens out. We are going to install a supercharger. I wish you didn't have to. You don't have to. You can install only this. But if depending on what horsepower you want to reach, you know what? We can try without a supercharger. So you're gonna go with the dragster tool. We need the levels for it and stuff. It takes a while. If you don't have the levels for it, you're fine with these and then just install the supercharger to it. You know, just do that. So we're at 2500 without a supercharger. If we install the highest supercharger, we are at 3700 almost horsepower. So, you know, that's why it's a thought to install it maybe. Then we go with one of my favorite. You can kind of see where the weight of the transmission sits, right? If you look, the Muncie is really light, and then we have the more weighty ones on the back. The transmission weight on the Vista seems to be sitting on the back, so we want a heavier transmission. We do want a heavier transmission. And I'm going to opt for a heavier transmission. For 4-speed, we are going for the GM 4L60E. Install it. And then we need a final drive ratio. That depends on the strip you're driving. On the one here, I know I need like a 331 or 335. Maybe even less. It's not a long... We're gonna try the 335. It's not a long strip, so yeah. Lock differential. I use a complete lock differential because of burnouts and stuff like this. And both tires to hook at the same time when they hook. So that's where we at. Then you're done with all the performance stuff. If you want, you can paint the car. There's many presetted paint jobs that you can use. Like a lot actually. So you can go through all of them and choose yourself one. This kind of looks cool actually. But I'd like that to be, you like your car a bit rusty. There you go, you got a rusty paint job. There's a bit splashy, taxi, police, where we're not, some army look if you feel like it. Like you have many options here. Especially for the Vista. The Vista has so many options. It's like, we all know, right? Fast and the Furious. We all have seen that. Maybe we'll use that. Just, you know, for the thumbnail later. You made it till here and you heard me say that, you know. Sorry for the flashing. We're going with a normal paint. And then we will maybe... Oh, no, where's my cursor? There. No, we don't want the red. I think I will go with the gray. Kinda would like to go with the gray. Windows tinted. Not fully. Leave a little bit of space. Seat. Usually just go black or red. I like black or red interiors. I'm a simple dude. Decals is where the sun starts shining. If you have the decal pack installed, that is in the description, you have options to all of these decals here. What I usually do is very simple. I take this as my favorite decal. And then, yes, it is very laggy when you do decal work in the game. It is just how it is. You cannot change the fact of it. So what I usually like to do is I resize that and just line it up like a classic old school decal, you know, either like that, or we go straight, put it straight. Like it needs a little, you can hear me click on my controller button. It is like too much or too less. You cannot have like all of it, you know, like you get like this. See, it's like a little bit of, just a little bit, just a tad off there. Yeah, you can put it like this, right? This is triggering me. Give me a second. I'm going crazy. Hey, my name is Dan and I'm going crazy. I cannot get this decals right. Okay, usually I get it straight and I don't know why it's not doing it right now. So what I'm going to do is we are just making the best with what we have right now. Maybe it's a curvature there. Could be. So we're just gonna leave it like this, man. I'm so triggered. It's so triggering that it's touching the door. You know what? I'm just gonna do this now. Okay, like that. And then we are going to angle it a little bit like this. Stretch it a bit to the front. And then we need to mirror it like that, and we're just gonna mirror it like this. Kinda looks cool, actually. Okay, never mind, I'll take it back. This looks great. This actually looks great. This actually looks really cool. I kinda like it. I kinda like it more like this, though. Yeah. Oh man, cool song came on. I'm listening to a mix, to an old school music mix. Oh, so good. Which I can't see the song. Damn it, I forgot. It's not on. I'm listening to it on my player. Maybe a little bit higher. Just to cover the, you see what I mean? On the rear wheel well. Probably gonna zoom in on it, hopefully. And then we need to maybe like, oh, no, that, wait, how does this look? How about, what if we don't go like that and we just go maybe the opposite actually? Does this look good? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I like it. It doesn't give that aggressive, it takes that aggressive look away. Kind of gives an aggressive look on the hood though. Like, I cannot do it. I'm over it. I'm getting over it. Okay, let's do it like this. Rear wheel is kind of covered, that's fine. And then we are done with, not done with decals, because I like to have the Speed Hunter decal on my cars usually. If you know the Speed Hunters, go on YouTube. I think the videos are still available on YouTube. And then we are going to maybe put it on the door, or we're gonna, no wait, not stretch it like this completely. And make it big and just like smudge it over a little bit. Wait, like, what if we do it like this? Like just full on mental. Oh no, I had it. Is it like that? I think it is like this. We can go like this so we can see the S in front. Yeah, it's kind of lines up. And then do it in black. Lower the opacity. Wait, I have an idea. Look, what if we change the layer to go down? And then we do the text in white. Okay, never mind. No, it's not it. Wait, what if we reduce the opacity in white though? We get to a point where it looks cool. Cool enough to use it? Nah, okay. That ain't it, chief. Let's take brightness away though. Oh god, I'm using the mouse. This goes so much. I don't know why it's so slow with the controller. I'm gonna keep it like this. It's not the best. Okay, I am not the best best decal creator in the game by any means. So now we have full FPS again. Yay. Laggy is over. If you wanna upload your thing, you can click here and then upload the whole setup if you want to. I will do this after the video and you can find the number to this setup here in the description. So I will leave that once we are done, and then you can click up here on mine and you can see this is not my setup, by the way. I just saved it. So yeah, I have a setup here and it changes the whole car for you. If you find something that you like, you can just go here, for example, right, like this. And this is crazy whoever did this. Holy crap. And then you can click on configure. Let's say you only want to paint, decal, or anything specifically from the list, you can do that. So there is that option. So let's start the car, give a good listen to it. Sounds good to me, in my opinion. Sounds good to me. Yeah, we're scraping. I thought that this will be a thing. Let's have a look. We're scraping with a brake. Nah, just barely. Yeah, barely dipping in the front a bit. It's clipping though, so we're good. We have headlights, not a complete craziness. We might actually get a hook so hard that we start wheeling. In with the one that I was driving, we wheelied a little bit. Let's turn off the... No, I'm not gonna turn off the HUD. I can't see what I'm shifting. Do we go first person maybe? Maybe. No, we wanna see if we're wheeling. Okay. Let's hold the e-brake. I think we tried to wheelie, but it can't because I think the differential in the back is hitting the floor, so... yeah, it's trying to wheelie. You can literally see it. Look here. Yeah, we're hitting the invisible box on the back. We're hitting something in the back, definitely. So, can we do a burnout? Wait, let me... No, I think I'm hooking too hard. Yeah, I would need to... Yeah, we can't do a burnout, proper burnout. Nope, 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 not possible. Yeah, this thing hooks. I mean, this thing goes. Like, this is absolutely insane. Yeah, you could go now, what we will do after. We'll do one more pull, yeah, and then I know this is mostly a non-driving video, to be honest, which is fine, because it needs to be explained on how to do these things, I think. Dan, stop giving gas while you're shifting. Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. So, if you don't brake fast enough...
Hello, how are
Hello,
you?
my name is Dylan.
I am under the water.
Please help. I'm under the water. I love that dude. It's so good. So, rescue to garage. We need a rescue to the garage. Now, we don't need to turn on. Every time I do this, this menu needs to go away as soon as you use the recovery method. It needs to remove that menu from you. Gone needs to be the menu. Okay, I'm going to get out and then I will teleport myself to the shop and we'll buy some accessories to our little dragster. So give me 1 second, be right back. So we teleported ourselves to our home, which is, let me show you where this is. The shop, you spawn here, right, at your house. And then the shop is up here. I think it was this one. No, I think it's this one. Yeah, this one here. The car supply shop. You need to go there to get all of the things that you see in my list now when we go to the vendor. So let's go here. So let's turn off the car. Leave the lights on. Why not? It's a nice cozy night. Nice cozy evening. And then we can look around, right? We have many options to put things on there. You can put anything on there you want. If you want some light stripes, some flags, you know, anything. What we want, what I'm looking for, we don't have a supercharger in there. We have a turbo in there. We could use some NOS bottles. So I'm gonna buy the turbo left and right. And my inventory is already full. So we're gonna attach them first. And I'd like to maybe attach them in the front on the bottom. So what that means, it says left and right, but what I do, I already did this on another car, so that's why I know why I'm doing this here. So you wanna use your mouse for this. Please use your mouse. It's so much faster. Do not use the controller for this. I had to find out the hard way. So we're gonna put these values in. You can copy them if you want to. Like I said, the setup will be in the description as a code, and you can search that code in the workshop. I should have showed that. So post-recording Dan here real quick. I forgot to add something in the video. When you go and you want to find this setup, I will upload mine right now so you can see how this works. So you just choose what you want to upload. I will upload the whole setup, everything attached to it. If you have the mods installed, you should be able to see it as is in the workshop. So I'm gonna say yes, upload, and then we are going out here, browse. And then you can see the workshop right there. And there's my car right here. That's the one that we just made in the video. And you can also type in the number on the very top where it says search hashtag, and you type in that number that will be on the screen here or in the description. You can just copy and paste it from there. All right, okay, back to the video. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna lift this up like that. And then you maybe need to tilt this a little bit here and there just to hide it a bit. You see that we have the pipe poking out there, and we also want to see, I just want it to be hinted that it's here, you know what I mean? It doesn't need to be as realistic as possible. I know you would not do what I'm doing right now. You would not put the turbo in front of the radiator. I get that. I understand. I am not completely completely oblivious. Sometimes, you know, I know, fair enough, but I know that you don't have to that you don't do that in real life. You would not put that in front of the radiator because of heat, right? It will just heat up the thing. So you're gonna go up, and then I will do this for the other side. I'm doing something wrong here. Oh, it's yeah, it's, I'm doing the yaw axis wrong. It needs to be minus 13, was it, right? Yeah, and then this also needs to be minus. Oh no, it's poking out over there too, but it's still wrong, and this needs to be minus. Okay, I'm gonna fix this fast. And there we go. We got them set up exactly the same, I think. No, this needs to be 1, I think, like that. Yeah. Okay, we got them set up exactly the same. Like I said, I will put the setup in. We need to fix this here. That's triggering me. So we are going to, I think it was the pitch value. Yeah, I'm gonna pitch it just a tiny tad more, like so. How much was that? 7. And do exactly the same here. There you go. And if you feel like it, you could put some underglow there now. They have underglow here in the shop. You can just choose a stripe like this, for example, right? Take that. No, I didn't want to jump. I wanted to buy this. Yep. Leave me alone, okay? Don't talk to me. Okay, I'm gonna put this in and then bring it back in once I put this because it's gonna take a moment. So, we got that installed. There you go. That's where the light is installed right now. It's up there. Tucked away. Not too bright. I didn't want it too bright. I don't want it to like... It's just like a souvenir light up, right? Like, wait, let me change the light mode. Turn this off. And I just usually do engine on, so even if I turn the headlights off, it will be on. Wheelie bar. Yeah, wait, oh no, that's not it. Wait, we need a wheelie bar. I forgot the wheelie bar, the most important thing. And Maya, thank you for correcting me how to put it. I'm so embarrassed. Almost unreleased the video. No, I'm kidding. So it was that bad, but it was quite bad. See, I put it this way. It needs to be this way around, so the springs obviously push down the wheelie bar. It makes complete sense. But let me fix this up here. Oh, it looks a bit funny. Why is this so weird? What is happening? Okay, let me fix this. I'll be right back. Okay, just a quick PSA. If you're as soon as you attach this, set everything to 0. Make sure it's in the middle, of course, and then just start turning the things around that you want to turn around, right? Like that, and then you can adjust the values of the thing of the wheelie bar and start from 0. Yeah, okay, there we go. That's what we have now. Let me turn on my camera. Yeah, not much driving in this video. If you want to see this driven around, we can do this in another video. Oh, perfect, it starts raining. Very nice. So yeah, that's pretty much it. We're pretty much done here. That's what we're stuck with. I'm gonna release this in the shop and you can use it. You can change the hood. Maybe I would change the hood. I wanted to put a supercharger out here, but we are opting out from the supercharger. So yeah, that's where we're at. Maybe I will edit, post-edit at the supercharger. Have a look how it looks, just look-wise, and then maybe also edit in the configuration. Okay, if you enjoyed this, and it helped you, please leave a comment down below and leave a like. And if you want to have more videos like these and you want to see more things that can be done in the game, please consider subscribing, or in any other game. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this. Again, thank you so much for watching. Take care of yourself. Please be nice to each other. We're all stressed out and it's hard enough out there, right? Let's be nice to each other. Have a good one. Much love. Bye.